take GPT-4 vision and then we're going to try it with 20 different use cases. In no particular order, let's get started with the first use case. I've literally taken a screenshot of Stack Overflow, which is trying to create like a pandas quantile, and I pasted the screenshot. And after I pasted the screenshot, like the way you upload is like you upload this using this image. So the way you can verify whether you have got this feature is first you need to have ChatGPT Plus. I was obviously going to cancel my ChatGPT Plus subscription, and I think OpenAI kind of has like a churn algorithm running, and they managed to introduce this thing. Last time when I was going to unsubscribe, they actually introduced something else. So they keep on doing these things. So anyways, I'm going to use it for some more time. And of course, the GPT-4 vision is outstanding, mind blowing. But I just literally pasted this here, like I uploaded the image, and I asked the question, help me fix this. That's the only thing I did. Nothing else. It's simply a screenshot, and it managed to find the answer, and it actually gave me the result. And in fact, it told me what I will get if I run the code, and I'll get the output. And this is a question that was asked on Stack Overflow 4 years ago, and it's been modified like every now and then. But I'm not sure like if the reason why it could do this is because it already has the data. I'm not sure, but it is still a very impressive piece of OCR, optical character recognition, that it manages to find all the details in this and then help me solve it. Truly impressed. And I'm going to say impress a lot. It doesn't mean I'm an OpenAI fanboy, but I think this particular piece is amazing. Like, I would like to say that. So the next thing that I wanted to do is I finished a chess match yesterday, and I kind of had like a really good position. I kind of like felt proud about it. And in that case, like I'm pinning the rook, and I did a checkmate here like with my queen. I like this thing. So I uploaded this picture and I said like explain this position to me. So it says this is a chess position from what it appears to be an online blitz or bullet game. It's quite correct. I was doing a bullet game. Bullet is like 1 minute game without any increment in this particular case. So it said blitz or bullet. I don't know how it said blitz or bullet. Anyways, that's not the topic. Here are some observations about the position. It's a black move, and they have just captured a piece on e2. This is e2 and delivering checkmate. So it also finds the notation here, and then it knows that it is a checkmate. That's quite brilliant. So that's how the notation is here. The white king on f2 is in check. Cool. And by the black queen on e2 and cannot move out of the check. That means it's checkmate. That's the definition of checkmate. And it tells me black is significantly ahead in the material. Doesn't matter because I already did checkmate. The time situation, if this is a time control game, indicates that the other user had 14 seconds left, which is correct. And the other user, that is me, little coder, had 37 seconds remaining. That's good. And based on the score change, it also noticed this and this, and it said like this person lost 7 ratings and little coder gained 6. In summary, black, the little coder, has won this game with a checkmate delivered by queen on e2. Impressive. It just literally created a commentary on chess. Super impressive. It managed to explain this. The same thing, I tried it on Bing with GPT-4 enabled, and it did not do it. So I don't believe that Bing has actually got the GPT-4 vision yet. That's one thing I wanted to tell you. One is I went to lexica.art and picked an image because I know for sure that is AI generated. Uploaded the picture and I said, classify this image as either AI generated or taken from a human camera. It's quite absurd. I said it is a human camera, but anyways, it says the image looks like it could have been taken with a human operated camera. It fixed my English. However, it's worth noting that the distinguishing between AI generated and real photos just based on visual inspection can be challenging, especially as an AI generated imagery becomes more advanced. So at this point, I think it's quite obvious that GPT-4 vision cannot distinguish between AI generated or human generated. Now you might think of me that why would I even do this thing? So I wanted to see if it can actually see some meta information. For example, for a lot of pictures, the picture would have the meta information, like for example, from which phone it was taken, what is the focal point in which it was taken. So a lot of meta information sometimes go along with the picture in itself. So I thought if ChatGPT, or in this case GPT-4 vision, might extract that information and then use it, but it doesn't seem like they're doing any of that sort. So that's one thing. The next thing is a very special picture. It says, I love you, Appa. It's like a card that was created by my kid. And when this was given to me, so I thought, okay, let me upload it to ChatGPT and then simply say describe this. So there are certain nuances that I wanted to understand from this. First of all, does it understand appa? Appa in my language Tamil means dad. And the second one is like I wanted to see if it can capture the heart. And other one is like I wanted to see how it describes this whatever she has drawn here. So what it looks like is, it says it appears to be a hand drawn and a colored piece of art. The drawing prominently features the words I love you Appa with the heart. That's quite impressive. The term Appa is often used in some cultures either to refer dad or father. Perfect. Below the text, there is a colorful depiction that includes blue scribbles that might represent water or the sky. Very, very good. It was ideally supposed to be sky and clouds and various abstract designs and doodles that might be interpreted as flowers or other objects. It was supposed to be clouds or sky in this particular case and flowers, and it's kind of raining. It didn't say it is raining, but anyways. The colors are vibrant and the style looks playful, perhaps something a child might create as a loving gesture towards their father. I was I was super impressed, to be really honest. I almost got tears reading this. Anyways, keeping the emotions aside, the next image that we want to try is I love mangoes, and at least like I've grown up eating mangoes with strong chili powders, and you can see this is the same picture. You can see this is mangoes with chili powder. When I uploaded this, I didn't have any hope that it would give me something useful, but it says it looks like a bowl of diced fruit, possibly mangoes or melons. Only thing is it is an unripened mango, seasoned with some spices or seasoning. The reason why you would see like a strong yellow color is because I edited this image with Snapseed, but even then it managed to find out that it could be possibly mangoes and seasoned with some spices. Super impressed. The next one is this was a meme when Mark Zuckerberg launched Threads, which almost looked like X. This tutorial is technically a tutorial on free code camp, but the tutorial is actually without Mark Zuckerberg's photo. So what it says is, I asked, is this a meme or what? And it says it appears to be a thumbnail for a tutorial from freecodecamp.org, which it must have gotten it from here, on how to create a Twitter clone using Vue.js, Quasar framework and Firebase, which it got from here. The video is intended for those interested in web development and app building. Doesn't seem to be a meme, but rather an instructional content thumbnail. So you can see that it manages to give you all the details. Right. One thing that it did not give me is the length of the video. So the good thing with a multimodal model like this is not just you're asking Q&A, but it's also a chat framework. For example, I can go here and then say, can you give me the length of the video? Let's see if it can actually guess it. Like it can take from the image and then tell me what is the length of the. It did. It's not a very difficult thing for OCR, but still it managed to do it. It says 2 hours, 28 minutes, 50 seconds is the length of the video. Thumbs up, GPT-V, GPT-4 Vision. The next one is a picture for a human. It's quite easy. I found this picture on Twitter, and this is basically Burj Khalifa, and you can see the Emaar buildings next to it. I think this is probably like Dubai Mall. So it correctly guessed. It said that's an image of Burj Khalifa in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. It's the tallest building in the world. The surrounding area showcases some of the other buildings and infrastructure near Burj Khalifa. I was quite skeptical whether it would do because it was quite dark and it could be anything. That's where I'm actually curious how OpenAI is doing the image processing. See, if you actually have like your own image classification system, you would take this thing, you would split that image. Sometimes you would do transformations like take a contour, take edge detection, and do all those things, and then do Burj Khalifa kind of image object detection. But this was quite impressive. The next one is I just took a tweet from AK, who's very popular on Twitter to share all the papers. I took this tweet and took the screenshot of it, uploaded, and I said thoughts. That's it, nothing else. It managed to say the tweet discusses Imagen Hub. So it discusses Imagen Hub, which aims to standardize the evaluation of conditional image generation models. And it goes on to give me the details about this thing. Like I think it just reads literally from this and then gives me. Overall, the initiatives like this can significantly boost research in the domain by providing essential tools and standards. It is impressive. The reason why it is impressive is because technically right now when you upload any picture on social media, it creates caption for people who have visual challenges. The caption is mostly OCR, like it just takes the characters from that, or sometimes they have a little bit of captioning algorithm like blip to or something like that, mostly around blip. But what it does is it actually goes beyond what a blip can do, of course, and it gives you a lot of details. Does a very good OCR, and also it does, because it is GPT-4, it does quite good in summarizing the entire thing. It's kudos to GPT-4 vision. And I said, any idea about the tweeter? I don't know if tweeter is a word, but it said, sorry, I cannot help with that. Okay, I respect that. I didn't push further, but in the later section, I actually pushed further, and ChatGPT like hung up on me. Like it literally closed the session, which was quite, door shut down by AI is quite something. I uploaded this chart when OpenAI announced that multimodal capability is there, like long ago. They had examples of charts in there. And one thing that I've been always fascinated, because I've spent like more than 10 years being a data scientist, one thing that I always have been fascinated to understand how these models would understand the charts, because that's something like an integral part of a lot of people who do. And we already know that code interpreter is quite good in generating charts, but I don't see, I've looked at certain deep learning models that are good at understanding the charts. Like I've tried these things in the past as well, but I've never seen anything that is as good as this. For example, as a human being, I can easily say Facebook and X referrals to the top news sites. The title in this particular case doesn't say any decline at all, as you notice. In fact, like the article title had decline, I cropped it out. So you can see Facebook and X referrals to the top news sites. That's it. Month. And you can see two lines. The blue color one is X Twitter and the yellow color one is Facebook. And you can see a steep decline. So if I were to write a title, I would say Facebook and X referrals to the top sites are in free fall or like a sharp decline. That's what I would say. But now let's see how it describes. It says, okay, it gives me lines, different lines. It says, okay, this is from this period to this period, which is from this. And then it gives on telling me there's a sharp decline and it stabilizes around the 80 million mark. And afterward, it has a continuous gradual decline. So this is sharp, continuous gradual decline. Reaches around 22.6 million referrals by August 2022. So it says this is August 2022. Sorry, 23. And then it goes and talks about Facebook. This is good. So, but what I did is, what I wanted to do is, it also gives me, all this like OCR stuff. It extracts this information. But I wanted this. I didn't want this entire thing. I wanted one title. Imagine like I'm a data journalist, which is a job if you do not know. If I'm a data journalist and if I've got a chart and I want it to, like AI in this case GPT-4 Vision, to create the title for me, I definitely want all of this as part of the article, but I want like one single line that can describe the entire situation. A lot of data scientists struggle with this. I've worked with a lot of them. A lot of people actually struggle with this. So I said, give me one line title. It says monthly referrals to top news sites from Facebook and X from August 2022 to 2023. It's not wrong. It is correct. But as a good practice in data science, a lot of people like to give titles that has insight rather than just an information that can, drive something. So I said, make the title insightful. Right now, it's just a news. What is impressive is it went on to say the decline of news referrals, Facebook and X from 2020 to 2023. I was super impressed with how it managed to get to what I wanted. Like I didn't push it further because this is exactly what I wanted, what I had in my mind. It gave me right immediately. Next one is handwritten notes. A lot of you had commented saying, can you ask ChatGPT or GPT-4 Vision to read the handwritten notes? This is my handwritten note. Like this is my handwriting. It's on a diary which has like, for example, English, Arabic and other languages. And I wanted it to know this notes, and I don't know how easy it is to read my handwriting, but you can see HM roles, mentor and coach, teachers, inside the class, get feedback, create a learning environment. Like I meant to write learning here. Community participation, policies implemented very well, student learning outcome improved. And I said like set up websites, market solutions. You can see what I've written. I uploaded the picture and I said, please create notes from this. Sure it is. Here are the notes extracted from the image. I'm not sure how would you rate my handwriting, but for this handwriting, it managed to get exactly most of the information that we wanted. Like it gave me HM roles, mentor and coach, provide feedback inside the class, create a learning environment, encourage community participation. In fact, it added that extra thing saying like parents, ensure policies are implemented well, improve students' learning outcome. Then it categorized that this is all the tasks or goals that we have to do. And then it went on to add all these things. Like for example, produce videos for teachers about various topics, videos for teachers about tools. And you can see here I wrote Telegram bot. So it said like Telegram bot. It managed to give all the details, even though it said note some words were partially cut off or blurred. So I made my best interpretation based on the visible content. Handwritten notes, absolutely perfect. And I can see that a lot of startups like note-taking apps like Evernote and or like maybe even Samsung Galaxy, because note-taking is like a big part of iPad and Samsung Galaxy Notes, the big ones, the tabs. So it is completely possible that they might have like a good tie-up with OpenAI to bring this natively within whatever app that they have got. But if you do not have, this is quite impressive. The next one is ideally supposed to be a joke. Came on Twitter, and it talks about one of the flyovers in Bangalore, and the flyover not being fully constructed, being used as a lamppost. And it says the picture shows a pillar that appears to be an incomplete or abandoned flyover. The caption by Arnav Gupta suggests that the flyover was never completed, and humorously points out that the pillars are now being used as lampposts. So I also asked for the location where exactly this is. It said as for the exact location, image and caption don't provide specific details about where this is located. I mean, this is quite easy to find out where the location is if it is on Google Lens or something, because it's simple Google reverse image search would give you that. But somehow it didn't do it. And part of OpenAI's safety report, they also made sure that geolocationing is not going to be easy with this, because they said like we don't want people to stalk each other. I don't know if people are going to use for that, but at least they made sure that geolocation is not going to be like a big deal in this thing. And maybe that's why, but it identified Burj Khalifa in Dubai and UAE, but here in this case it didn't do. Anyways, still impressive. The next one is so the next one is a meme about Tenet, the movie Tenet. So this, I don't know if you have seen Tenet. One of the complaints is that, I mean, of course, there are a lot of complaints that you cannot understand the movie. But one of the complaints is that it's very loud. It's very hard to understand. And you can see the meme. This is like Chris, the director. I want to make a heavy dialogue, heavy action thriller. And Warner Brothers, I didn't understand Warner. Like, to be really honest, I didn't understand what Warner meant here before I actually read the response from ChatGPT. I'm very honest with you. With a balanced audio mix so the right audience can hear it, right? Ludwig, who is the music director or composer, Chris, right? That's it. This meme uses still images from the film Tenet. First of all, it understood that these pictures are from Tenet, with overlaid text to convey humorous commentary about the audio mixing in movies. The meme seems to be poking fun at sometimes difficult to understand dialogue in movies, especially those by director Christopher Nolan. So it knew Chris means Christopher Nolan because this is Tenet. It made sure that a bridge is there. Chris likely refers to Christopher Nolan, the director of Tenet. The heavy action thriller and dialogue refers to Christopher Nolan movies are action packed, and they also contain important dialogue that drives the plot. Warner likely refers to Warner Brothers, the studio that has produced many of Nolan's films. The joke here is that despite the importance of dialogue in Nolan films, the audio mixing sometimes make it harder. Cool. Ludwig refers to the composer of Tenet. The interaction between Ludwig and Chris humorously suggests that the music or sound design might overshadow the dialogue, leading to audience difficulty in hearing it. And finally, it summarizes the meme. Top notch. Super top notch. The next one I tried is like, this is a microphone that I use, like the one that you can see here. This is the place where I try to fool ChatGPT. I'll tell you why. So one of the OpenAI demos is that, you've got this bicycle. Somebody asked, how do I adjust this thing? OpenAI went on, making this demo. Everybody was like complete mind blown. I tried to create the same thing. I kept the mic. The mic is not on, as you can see. And as you can see, what I've done is I've conveniently put the cable there. Like, I didn't remove the cable completely, but the cable is not connected. I mean, if you're a human being, there is a very decent chance you might know the cable is not connected. The USB is like pointing outside. But I just kept it because I wanted to fool GPT-4 and then see if it can be fooled. Of course, it can be fooled, right? We are human beings, superior species. Based on the image, it seems like you have a blue microphone, which is correct. Here are some general tips. it goes on and giving me all the tips, which is quite helpful. Like for example, the first one it says is check the USB connection. 100% correct. Or try plugging into a different port. There is no different port, but what it gave me is correct. But when I went ahead and asked, from the picture, does anything look wrong? I expected it to see if it can tell me that the cable is not properly connected or the light is not on or something. But it said from the image you provided, nothing appears to be visibly broken, damage on the exterior of blue microphone. That's fine. It goes on to have a confident statement saying that the USB cable is plugged in. It's not plugged in. ChatGPT or GPT-4 Vision, I'm sorry to say that a human being just fooled you. Cool. The next one is I uploaded this thumbnail. This is part of the Lex Friedman podcast. Like, I don't know, I'm obsessed with this thumbnail. It's kind of very scary. I just uploaded this and I said, what is your sentiment about this thumbnail? It said, sorry, I cannot help you with that. Okay. What's that picture anyways? Sorry, I cannot help you with that. Cool. Then I asked, is there a meme? Because, ChatGPT has to answer, right? Like it has that urge to answer. If so, what's about it? Then it went on saying, the image appears to be a thumbnail of a podcast. I guess like the image in that is the reason. Like I think it doesn't really appreciate asking a lot of questions about human faces. And it says title Mark Zuckerberg first interview in the metaverse. And it goes on giving me all the details. And it says the format of the thumbnail and its design elements might be a reminiscent of a meme style visuals, but it primarily serves order. The use of striking visuals and text is a common strategy to attract viewers, listeners, and digital content. I said, how do you rate the thumbnail? It said, no, I cannot. I'm not a human to rate it. Cool, that's fine. I don't have emotions. Okay. But it said that thumbnail has used contrasting colors. That means it can understand the colors. It managed to say that it has contrasting colors. Cool. Then it says that clear typography, that's good. And it says a recognizable face to attract attention. So at this point, I'm curious, how does it know that there's a recognizable face? So I went and asked saying, how do you know it uses contrasting color and a recognizable face? It says based on the information I provided, it says like I mentioned Mark Zuckerberg, which I didn't do it. It says it implies a recognizable face. I was like, okay, that's nice. However, I don't see images in the way humans do. Instead, I analyze the data, provided data, and match it with my trained knowledge to generate appropriate responses. And I went ahead and asked, who's that picture? It just shut down the chat. Like the chat was closed immediately at this particular point. I was like, you hung up on me? That's fine. The next one is 2 tweets. A lot of people, at least at this point, have not tried this, I guess. Like you can upload more than one image. It's not only one image. It's a tweet by Garv Malik who says, my parents seem to be happy thinking I have a bank job now. And it quotes a news article where a startup merged with a bank. And the person is this, and I wanted to upload this profile picture. So I uploaded these two and asked, like, what is this guy implying? It goes on to say that, bank job is traditionally considered to be safe. And that's why maybe, he's saying this. The fintech company Slice and Northeast Small Finance Bank has merged, and it gives me the entire detail perfectly. Then I went down and asked, like, where does he work currently? And it says, according to the profile, it says Chief Meme Officer at Slice It. This suggests that he currently works at a company or platform named Slice It. So what I expected it to connect this Slice and this Slice It, and then say, okay, this could be Twitter handle of Slice, and he actually works at Slice. But it didn't say that. It said Slice It. I mean, like it's too much to expect at times, but this is something that I expected it to say, but it didn't say at this point. But still, like everything other than this is actually super impressive in that. The first one that I actually tried with this was like the breakfast menu. I uploaded it and I asked, I want to eat something light. Can you give me one from the menu? Okay, and I just gave it. It suggested me, okay, go with South Indian mini thali, which is priced at 75 rupees. It didn't give me any details. It just said it offers a variety of dishes in small portion. I think it just thought mini thali means like small portion, everything. But yeah, that's not useful, not correct. But anyways, that's okay. Not even available for breakfast. Then I said, I uploaded this and I said, like, can you calculate the calories of the breakfast combo? So this is the breakfast combo. And you can see that it has got idli vada, mini masala dosa, ven pongal, kesari bath, chutney, sambar, aloo sagu, tomato chutney and tea. These are the items part of the breakfast combo. And I said, like, can you calculate calories? It says It cannot do it unless it knows the portion size, but it goes on to do it. And for every single item, it calculates the calories, which I did not verify whether it is like proper or not, but it does it. And then it says summing up the rough estimates, the breakfast combo could be in the range of 900 to 1200 calories. This is one thing that I was super impressed with. I have to be really honest. Like, I think this has like a really good use in a lot of cases. Right now, a lot of fitness apps are there, and they go and take pictures. And a lot of these apps are not even like good or designed well for Indian food. And the fact that ChatGPT can look at the menu and read what is inside the menu. I didn't even say go read all the individual items. I just said do it for breakfast combo. It managed to read the individual items. It came up with approximate calories, and then it decided to sum it up and then give it to me. Once again, I didn't verify the calculation, whether the addition was correct. I didn't verify the numbers here, but still it is impressive that it can go to this level. I wanted to try one more thing. I wanted it to give me in JSON. So I said, give it. Can you also convert this to a JSON? It converted this particular message in JSON. So I was like, okay, maybe it is my mistake of using pronoun or this here. I said, can you convert the entire menu into JSON? It went to do it. So the restaurant name is Mangala Bhavan. You can see at the top. So it says Mangala Bhavan is the top node, and it goes on like breakfast combo, the items in it, the price perfectly, and the JSON is a valid JSON. The only thing I would like, if I have to crib about something, I would pick on this, like having the slash and dash, which is not required, given that this should ideally be a numeric field, but still super impressive. And the last one that I wanted to try is something that I just created. Like, I just went to TL draw, and I just created this literally like boxes and all these things. There are certain things that I wanted to validate. The first thing is I wanted to see if it can actually capture the colors that I've given, because I know for sure AI always thinks ahead, and usually what it does is it when you say Google, it automatically goes into the Google mode and it'll put the Google logo. So that's one thing that I wanted to check. And I also didn't want contact us here, because usually when you say nav bar, people say home, about us, contact us. And I specially mentioned logout here because I didn't want login or search. So there are certain things that I'm trying to see if ChatGPT can do it properly or GPT-4 Vision can do properly. So I'm going there, uploading this picture, and said, please convert this into HTML, CSS, JavaScript so that I can run it on CodePen. I'm being very specific there. Of course, and creates the implementation for me. 100% works completely without any issue. And it says there is no JavaScript. Going to CodePen and running this is what I get. Am I impressive? First of all, I'm impressive. But it missed the Google thing. Like I said, it actually literally went on to use the Google logo itself. As you can see, it uses the Google logo. That's quite surprising, because I've historically seen ChatGPT not being good with URLs. And I've seen ChatGPT being hallucinative with URLs. And the fact that it has managed to find the URL correctly, I'm impressed with this thing. And also, as you know, that GPT-4 Vision has got data up till 2022, something for you to keep in mind. But it got logo as a button. Okay, I can give it home button, about us button, and map. It didn't say contact us, it said map, and logout. Very good. It doesn't have any JavaScript, but it still managed to create whatever we wanted. And this is something that a lot of people had asked me, like, can you scribble something and then do it? I think if I scribble also, it will do it. But at this point, it managed to do it successfully. So the last one I wanted to try is, I said this is the last one, but I wanted to try one more thing. I wanted to actually go here, like scribble something. Like, I want to say, this is a photo. I want to say like home. I want to say 2 buttons, login, search, logo. This is like I want to do live, logo, and top nav bar. This is nav bar, and I want to have a slideshow. Slide show. Let's see what happens. I want to take this entire thing. Okay. It's terrible handwriting. You can, as you can see, it's terrible handwriting, but I still want to try. I'm going to go ahead, new chart. upload this, and the image is getting uploaded. Can you design this in HTML, CSS, JS so that I can run this on CodePen? If you don't understand anything, please make your assumptions and use placeholders if you need. Send this, and as you can see, the image has been uploaded at this point, and it says here is a simple implementation of the sketch that I provided. So the reason why I gave home here and slideshow is because I want to see if it is going to consider this as a button, or it is going to consider this like the main the hero of the hero image. So that's one thing that I want to see. And once again, I've given logo here, and in this particular case, as you can see, I've done the annotation here. I've not like literally given all these things inside that. I've given the annotation here, and let's see how it does. It is still creating. Okay, it created the HTML. Let's copy, go back to CodePen, paste it, come back here, and it is creating the CSS. In this particular case, in my last case, it didn't give me CSS separately. It gave me inline style. You write CSS within HTML. Now I'm getting CSS separately, which is usually a good thing for modular coding. And oh, it's creating slideshow as well. Like as you can see, it is creating slideshow. And this time we have JavaScript as well, because we asked for slideshow. Maybe let's see. Did I just put slideshow? Did I copy the entire thing? Okay, I copied the entire thing. It seems cool. And then finally the JavaScript is getting created. Copy the JavaScript. You can replace the URLs. It says I don't want to replace anything at this point. And we have the image. So I have the logo, which is supposedly an image. Good. Home. It didn't create it as a button. Nav item. It didn't create as a button. It has created search and login. And something is wrong with the HTML. Is it? The HTML just goes inside the body here. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's fine. That's okay. Yeah. And it has previous. The slideshow works actually. Slide 1, slide 2, slide 3. It's not perfect. For example, like I would have expected login and search here. Once again, like as you can see, it makes this assumption. Like the moment I said search, it said, okay, search has to come here. I'm okay with these assumptions, but I'm not sure how much it is going to help me in drawing something and then making it a code with something everybody seems to be fascinated with. But at least like at this point, I can say that a lot of other things that I described here, like for example, taking the food menu, converting into JSON, or even like asking questions about, I don't understand a lot of memes. So asking about memes, describing charts. I think the use here is like quite tremendous, and the fact that this is going to be part of GPT Plus subscription is going to make me be more on the GPT Plus. But again, like I'm going to look forward to see when this is going to be available on API, because I think businesses can actually make use of it. It's truly the best multimodal model I've seen. Like I've tried Flamingo before. I've tried Quen VL from Alibaba before. I've tried Edifix from Hugging Face before. And I've tried a lot of image captioning like Blip and all the other models. So, of all the models that I've tried, I think this is the best multimodal model I've seen. That also makes me curious if this is actually only doing multimodal like image translation, like question and answering, or is OpenAI has like one layer above that and doing some kind of processing and then getting all these things. I'll be definitely curious to understand how they implemented this, if they ever do it. But otherwise, I hope this very long video was helpful to you in understanding the potential of GPT-4 vision. Super impressive. See you in another video. Happy prompting.